serving both residential and commercial properties. The one-time Plummer office is located 509 South Beeline Highway, and the number is 928-468-3411.
And thank you to One Tom Plummer for sponsoring our KRIM Community Spotlight Program. Good morning, Rim Country. Happy Monday. Hope you had a great weekend. It's time to start another week, and hopefully get some rain. We got a little bit here and there last I don't know, 3-4 days, but be nice to get some just long showers, thunderstorms. It'd be nice. Anyway, this morning on our Community Spotlight Program, we're talking about the Time Out Shelter. We have Executive Director Mike Patch in the studio. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning, how are you doing?
Doing great, doing great. How are you doing?
Oh, can't complain. Got out there, talking about the weather. It was, the rain brings wonderful things, and blackberry season has come. So did some hiking over the weekend and picked some blackberries.
I was going to ask you about hiking, because I know since you've been up here, you like getting out there on the trails with your dogs or dog?
Dogs.
Dogs, that's right. And so yeah, it has been a little bit warm, but starting to cool down now. So
I have an elderly lab that has, in order to work her hips, she has to get in the water and swim. So we've been up on the East Verde up near Washington Park. And we've gone up top to Potato Lake a couple times.
Potato Lake, yeah.
So anywhere where I can get her where it's deep enough for her to swim.
Okay, there we go. Well, again, talking about the Time Out Shelter, and I guess if you're newer to the community or you've heard, Time Out Shelter mentioned, but you were not sure what their role is, can you please share that with listeners and viewers?
Well, for over 30 years now, and in October it'll be 31, Time Out Shelter has provided a place where somebody who's in some of the worst moments of their life can go and find refuge. We're a domestic violence shelter, and this community helps support our work in a variety of ways, one of which is the Time Out Thrift Store. So if you know the Time Out Thrift Store over there in the plaza, it provides access for the community, a place where the community can make donations, as well as the place where the community, every purchase goes to 100% to support our domestic violence functions, of which over the years, the last almost 31 years, more than 5,000 people have taken refuge in our shelter. And another 5,500, almost 6,000, have received services of support in the community without coming into shelter. So we provide, domestic violence is a heavy topic, and we can tell horror stories and sad stories, but for the most part, when we talk to the community, we want to share that our message is hope. This is somebody who's in the worst day of their lives has a way out. They don't have to stay there.
As you said, the just stories that are horrific, and what some of these people go through, and some of the situations just terrible. But what would be even worse, far worse, is if there wasn't the Time Out Shelter, if there wasn't a place of refuge, like you said, for people to go and find hope, get help, have a safe place. So that, I can't imagine that. I can't imagine people in the situation with nowhere to go at all.
Absolutely, absolutely. And as part of trying to get the message out and make the community know that there is hope and there is things, every year for the last, well, as of this year, it'll be 4 years, we do what's called Lanterns on the Lake. And this year we're happy to say the town of Payson is a partner in it and is supporting it 100%. And it is an event on September 26th at Green Valley Park, where, I don't know if you can...
Yeah, if you're watching, and if you're listening on the radio, know that you can watch on our KRIM Radio Facebook page. our community spotlight program, and there's quite a few people watching right now. But these are the lanterns.
These are the lanterns.
This is amazing because these are, I think they're like biodegradable. They'll dissolve, or they.
We pick them up and we recycle and dispose of, and I think the white part is biodegradable.
Gotcha.
The
gold part, yeah.
The gold part isn't so much,
But
but.
you have people collecting them in the kayaks and.
Well, this is where the community partnership and the hope really plays into it.
Mhm.
Because the people collecting these are middle schoolers from one of the athletic programs who are out there in kayaks and literally collect these.
I think it's the Scott Davidson, his
Yes.
outdoor adventure group.
Yes.
Yeah, so Scott Davidson, yeah, his outdoor adventure club that he has with the middle school, and there's high schoolers also that, you know, continue to participate once they leave the middle school. But yeah, that's an incredible program where he gets kids out hiking, mountain biking, kayaking. And so he will get his students out there. That's great.
They actually help shepherd these around.
Uh-huh.
This year, we're hoping to have several hundred lanterns out there. We've got the new purple lanterns as well as the traditional gold.
Oh, wow.
Purple being the color of domestic violence.
Uh-huh.
October is Domestic Violence Remembrance Month.
Uh-huh.
So we start off by September 26th, which is a Thursday, out at Green Valley Park. At 4:30, we will have food available, and there'll be food trucks out there and a variety of things. Kids can come out, and you know, parents can too, but mostly kids can come out and decorate these.
Mm.
We have businesses around town who are sponsoring some, so basically they're paying for a bunch of these. We deliver them, and then they get somebody to decorate them.
Mm.
So some of these go out, somebody just wants to come and launch one. Great, it'll be there for you free, you can come. But if you want to come out, spend the time, decorate it, make an afternoon with the kids, join our Remembrance Walk where we do a walk around the lake. And then 6:19 that evening is sundown. We will have all these launched and floating on the lake. The town turns the fountain purple. Like I said, domestic violence awareness. And it makes for a wonderful opportunity both to remember those who have been through the trauma and to celebrate the hope that there is a place for people to go.
Again, this is the Time Out Shelter's 4th annual Lanterns on the Lake. It's September 26th in Green Valley Park. And there are food trucks, fire trucks, music out there. I'll be out playing music. 4:30, you can come out for face painting, some food, just hang out. 5 o'clock, people kind of be gathering together, announcements will be made. 5:30, the annual awareness walk, which has been done and for a while now in different places around town. I remember it going up 87 for a while, and you know, just different places. And now it's around Green Valley Lake.
Awareness walks are actually a tradition within the domestic violence support movement going back several decades. So years ago I worked for an agency in Farmington, New Mexico, and we did an awareness walk there as well. So that is a long-standing tradition to remember those who've been through the trauma of domestic violence. But we want to look at the bigger picture and look at the hope, and so we stage a whole event around it. So that's part of it, and we never want to lose that, but at the same time we want to keep promoting the idea that there is hope, and in this community there are resources to help.
And then, as you mentioned, 6 o'clock is when lantern launching will take place. And it is great. All of the different partners, Payson Police Department, which you work closely with, the Payson Police Department, Payson Fire Department, Hell's Gate Fire Department, Payson Unified School District, Chapman Auto Center, involved, Rim Country artists, and more.
This year, in addition, we will have several other nonprofit agencies that we engage with. We'll be out there sharing some of their information because it really, I hate to use the term, but it does take a village, or in this case, it takes a town in order to support our people. And so there'll be everybody out there from CASA to some of the to Banner Health,
Mhm.
to the Humane Society. Something like 63% of those interviewed after seeking shelter nationwide said that they delayed going into shelter to try and care for a pet, to try and keep a pet from being abused by their abuser.
What is that percentage?
Something like 63%.
Oh my.
It's over
goodness.
60.
Over 60, yeah.
And
Wow.
so as a result, we want to acknowledge the fact that we have a great partnership with the Humane Society, and that at times they have put up pets for our clients because our clients needed to leave and we didn't have enough space or whatever at the time. So they took in the pet, they took in the animal so that the client could have it back when they were done. So there will be dogs out there for adoption wearing domestic violence awareness bandanas.
Wow. Wow, and that's Lucy Truschel, the director over there.
She's wonderful.
And Nicole, their vet tech. Yeah, the Humane Society does an amazing job.
And you know, because we both have thrift stores, people tend to look at us as being, you know, vying for something. They are a wonderful partner in the community, and we like to think that all the thrift stores in town help bring people here to do things. So, you know, the fact that they have something we may not, or we may have, come on down to all the thrift stores, visit us all.
Oh yeah, no, great causes and great missions, all of them, and making a big impact in the community, and doing a great job working together in that capacity and others that we might touch on later. But again, this Lanterns on the Lake, it is something that it is horrible, domestic violence, and ultimately it'd be great if you didn't have a job, like if it wasn't a shelter and
I
it
would
didn't have
love to work myself out of a job. Unfortunately, Arizona is among the higher domestic violence rates. Something like it's like 36 or 37% of men in Arizona will be in a domestic violence relationship in their life, and it's 46 or 47% of women. It is just a incredible rate of repeat here in the state, and so we want to highlight it. We're one of about 19 different agencies across the state, and sometimes we support each other. We help find each other's clients' safety, because sometimes people won't be safe in their hometown. So we work, and so we move clients around and support each other. I'm going down to the state conference this week to meet with these other agencies and work with them. But on the point of Lanterns on the Lake, did also want to mention that if somebody wants to sponsor some lanterns, they want to get some lanterns to either decorate themselves or donate to a school classroom to have them donated. It's $100 for 20 lanterns, $200 for 50 lanterns, and this isn't a fundraising event. That basically just covers the cost.
Okay. Wow. Again, if you're just tuning in or just started watching on our KRIM Radio live stream on Facebook, talking with Mike Patch, the Executive Director of the Time Out Shelter here in Payson, and Lanterns on the Lake, you definitely want to put that on your calendar, and it's for entire family.
It's for the entire family, and it's an absolutely free event. If you show up that afternoon, you can get a lantern and launch a lantern. The only thing is we will have, there is stuff there for sale and food booths and whatever else, but there's no cost for the event. It is a public awareness event, it is a friend-raising event, and it is a memorial event. We have unfortunately lost people to domestic violence, and we want to honor and remember them, as well as remember the trauma of anybody been through it, and celebrate the hope that is involved in getting out of it and moving forward with lives.
Yes. And there's another event before that, I think 5 days before that, that is a fundraising event, and that is Casino Night.
Yes, and for this, I have to say thank you, thank you, thank you to our local Elks Lodge. They are
Right.
basically throwing us a casino night.
Mhm.
They are providing the space, they're providing the service and the opportunity and helping us do this. We've contracted with a professional set of casino dealers from out of the valley who will be coming up and bringing professional dealers, and it will be a little bit of a Wild West theme.
Okay, nice.
But it'll be a casino night where games will be available, and those who earn the most at the games at the end of the night will have a chance to turn those winnings into prizes. We're in the process of collecting donations and prizes and things for that. But it should be a wonderful event. It's September 21st, which is a Saturday. Doors open at 5 o'clock. It starts at 5:30. Ticket prices are $125 a ticket. That includes $100 worth of gambling, plus a meal, plus all the events for the evening. And they can call us for tickets. There are posters around town with a QR code where you can do it right online. And we'll also have hard tickets at the Elks Club within a day or two that can be purchased there.
That is great, and a big shout out to the Elks Club. I know I just recently became a member, and I would encourage anyone listening or watching, if you want to join an organization that is very active in the community and doing a lot to help other nonprofits in the community, helping the youth in our community, then the Elks, they're just doing so much right now. It's great.
I cannot say enough good things about them. They approached us with this idea, so this is something that they said, hey, could we do a fundraiser? We were already working on toying with the idea of a casino night, so it was just kismet. It all came together, and so now we have a casino night with the Elks.
Nice. And that is, again, September 21st.
Correct.
And the Payson Elks Lodge, if you don't know, it's right there on the corner of Beeline Highway, Highway 87, and the Airport Road. It's 1206 North Beeline Highway. Doors will open at 5 p.m., dinner served at 5:30. Again, the tickets for that, $125, but that does include dinner and $100 of chips for the casino table, craps, roulette, blackjack. So that sounds like a lot of fun.
It should be a blast. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to wear for the Western theme, but you don't have to dress up.
Yeah, you don't have to. If you want to dress up, Western theme, you can, but don't feel like you have to, or that you'll feel out of place or whatever. No, it'll be a great time.
I don't think anybody wants to see me in fringe chaps, so.
No. So again, a couple events. Casino Night, September 21st, and then Lanterns on the Lake, September 26th. And again, encourage you to come out and support the Time Out Shelter. And as you said earlier in the program, Mike, another way is through the thrift store, Time Out Thrift Store, which is located in the Basha Shopping Complex.
Correct.
Right near Copper State Credit Union?
It's right near Copper State Credit Union. It's between the Pizza Parlor and Copper State.
Okay.
We're not far from Goodwill, so you come down, you do all your thrift store shopping. We like to think that we have some different things than they do.
Yeah.
Not that we're better or worse, we're different, and every day at our thrift store there's a sale of some sort. So you come on by, you never know what the sale's going to be, but I guarantee you'll get a bargain. Every day the items change. We take donations around the back, and if you go to the thrift store, you can get information on any of these other events. There's always information there. They can also go to our Facebook page. We regularly post and repost the information on both our fundraisers and our events.
Gotcha. And also the website for Time Out Shelter is timeoutshelter.org, and you can find out more information about the shelter, how you can help out, Because I'm sure volunteers, you get some volunteers at the thrift store?
Oh, we always need volunteers. Volunteers who have some special talent or gifts that they can share with us, we gladly will use at the shelter. We have wonderful folks in banking who come and help teach our clients about finances and how to manage their finances. One of the things about domestic violence is people who are in an abusive situation are often controlled financially. That's one of the ways that, so they don't, they haven't been managing their own money, and so they need some help with that. And so we have good folks from WAFED that come and support that program. We have other programs where they learn to cook and take care of themselves, and you know, it's not mandatory because some people come to us already knowing all that. But if they come and need some refreshers or need to know how to economize or whatever, we try and present those programs as well.
Yeah, no, there's just so much to the Time Out Shelter program, the organization, so many things happening, you know, behind the scenes.
We have lay legal help that helps people with their legal filings. We do a lot in the community. We make a lot of runs where we're supporting clients with trips down to the valley and other things. We have business cards, and I just dropped one on the floor, that we distribute to local businesses and things, that if you see somebody coming in and looks like they need help, you can surreptitiously hand them a business card that gives them an idea of what support is available and what they need to take with them and how to go about taking care of themselves. So we try in multiple ways to reach out to the community. That's all that Lanterns on the Lake is about, is being a part of the community in a bigger way. You know, we love our fundraisers, and Casino Night is great, and we thank the Elks, but it's really the bigger picture, and how do we reach out and let the community know that help is available.
And on the card, on the website, Facebook page, it has listed the 24-hour crisis helpline. That number is out there as well. And on the website, you know, if you want to become a supporter, a regular supporter, to be able to do that, that's on there as well.
Absolutely, and we are grateful for and much dependent on our Payson area supporters, especially in the spring and in the fall. We get a lot of donors who, without ever being asked, without ever being told, just say this is important, and they reach out, and through the Arizona Tax Credit Program and other things, they help support the shelter.
Is there a time of the year that is traditionally or historically busier for the Time Out Shelter, or is it just kind of up and down? And
you know, within the business, there's been a lot of theories and things about when things are worse and when things are better.
Holidays and things like that.
The holidays, you bring family together, it's stressful. There does tend to be an influx. For a long time, there was this urban myth that around Super Bowl Sunday, there would be a spike. And recent research has kind of suggested that not as much as we thought. There's a little bit of one, but not as much as a lot of people who work within the agencies. We just see there's a lot more call outs for help, but it's short term.
Gotcha. And your facility, is it mainly a short term, or are there some people that are there for a little bit longer as well?
We have a 28-bed full-service domestic violence shelter here in town. It's in an undisclosed location, and you can. We have people that stay as few as a day or two. I mean, they just need to get on their feet and get going. They can stay up to 120 days.
Okay.
So I believe our average is somewhere in the 70s or 80s. But that changes year to year depending on what's going on and what the economic conditions are. You asked about times of the year. We see it more tied to economic conditions. As things are worse, domestic violence rates go up.
So I'd imagine, like right now, or as people maybe are facing, financial crisis or struggles, housing struggles.
For instance, the 2008, when the collapse was nationwide, some of the highest domestic violence rates we've ever seen.
Yeah. Well, that I guess it does make sense as far as stress, and what stress will do in relationships and so on. So again, the casino night, Timeout Shelter Casino Night, collaboration with the Elks Lodge is September 21st, and tickets, you said before the program, tickets, the QR code's on the poster, but tickets will be available for purchasing?
We'll also have tickets there
Okay.
at the Elks Club, provided we don't sell out.
Okay.
There are a limited number of seats, so hard tickets are already for sale online.
Okay.
And you can go through our Facebook page or through the QR code. And there will be hard tickets at the Elks Lodge before the end of the week.
All right. And then...
Or they can call me at the shelter.
Yeah.
Use that main shelter number. One of our advocates will pick it up. They'll make sure that somebody's not calling with a domestic violence crisis,
Yes.
and then they'll transfer you directly to me, and I'll help you get a ticket.
There you go. And then Lanterns on the Lake, that's the 4th annual Lanterns on the Lake event, September 26th in Green Valley Park around the main lake there, the large lake, and there'll be food trucks, fire trucks, music.
We even have a helicopter out there.
Even have a helicopter, all right, coming in. And again, that is just a wonderful event for the community to come together, and you have all ages out there, and then the annual awareness walk around the large lake, and the launching of the lanterns. And if you haven't seen that, I mean, to be out there.
Yeah, this is my first year with the agency.
Okay.
I just moved to Payson in December, so I am truly looking forward. I've been a part of other remembrance walks. I've been a part of other events. This one and the video I've seen of it, I'm truly looking forward to it, because this is unlike any other event other agencies are doing. So this is really about hope and about memory at the same time, and I'm looking forward to seeing how this all pans out. And it's my understanding it's a wonderful event, and we had a couple hundred people turn out last year.
Yes, yeah, it really is. It is a, it's a good event. It's hard because, to say, oh, it's a great event, a wonderful event, because of the nature of domestic violence. And it's just a terrible thing. But as far as, like you said, hope, awareness, I think it's good for young people, especially students, to be made aware, so they don't fall into that.
And this is one of the things that we do talk about and we do stress at the event, is bullying behaviors often lead to teenage dating abuse issues. 1 in 6 American girls will suffer from dating violence of some sort. And then that leads to adult domestic violence situations. So we want to address it at every level, make people aware of it. You can only fight something when you're aware of it. So, the days when we didn't talk about these things didn't solve anything. So now we talk about it, now we try and do better, and this is about us as a community doing better.
There you go. Well, Mike, there you go, it's 10:30. Half an hour goes by pretty quick. But thank you so much for coming in and sharing, and thank you for all you're doing at the Timeout Shelter, you and your entire staff, because I know it takes a team to do all this, your board, all of your volunteers, just everyone involved with the timeout shelter.
Well, thank you for having me, Chris. We do appreciate KRIM letting us talk to the community.
Oh, you're very welcome. And thank you everyone for listening and watching today, and also thank you to One Tom Plummer for sponsoring our Community Spotlight program. Time to get back to the music here on KRIM with some Manford Mann, Rod Stewart, Robert Plant, and more. But first, let's get a quick update from the National Weather Service.
With the 40th KRIM weather
Man's Earth Band.
Yeah. All right, see you guys.